It will be around 2 a.m. Hearing the sound of someone's footsteps in the dark, Riemann stood under the big banyan tree nearby. Nothing can be seen as it is dark all around, but the words are getting clear. Someone is coming here. Seems to be coming very loud or running. Riemann's whole body has become a sweat. He was running for quite some time, but it is not possible for him. Something suddenly moved in the nearby bushes. At the same time, Riemann's soul is about to leave the body. Riemann is very scared. His chest began to rumble. Riemann started to run away again in fear. The sky is cloudy during full monsoon. There is no moon in the sky, so all around the terrible darkness, not even an arm's length away could be seen. Riemann broke through the darkness and began to run away. Suddenly, a flock of bats flew over his head. A strange sound of flapping bat wings made the surroundings terrifying. Riemann became alert when he heard the call of a dog. He understood very well that something very bad was going to happen to him this time. But what is going to happen with him needs to be known in advance. A black shadow floated over Riemann's head as he thought. The shadow is blurred, but it is predictable, as if a very big bat is standing on his head with wings spread. Riemann is as still as a rock. His throat is getting dry. Riemann Hossein is a government employee. His wife Janati was ill for some time. He went to a Kavaraj without getting any good treatment. Kavaraj gives him a condition that a girl's body is required. It is possible to do black magic with some organs obtained from that corpse. If you can subjugate someone from the devilish world with black magic, it will work. Riemann and his friend Rashid are standing in front of an old cemetery. Although the cemetery is old, a girl's body was buried here this morning. The girl committed suicide with a rope around her neck. The cemetery looks very scary. Even if surrounded by walls, it is possible to cross the dinghy very easily. The plaster of the walls has come off in many places. Light moonlight in the sky. Still looks pretty good. Rashid was the first to say, "Look, Riemann, brother, run away from here. This place is not convenient." But he doesn't know what level of stubbornness Riemann is. Who will stop him if he decides to do something? Riemann said, "No, I won't go without taking the body." "Are you going to hit me or not?" "No." "Why will I kill you? If you don't do as I say, I will share the video with your husband. What was the condition with you that I will delete the video if I listen to you?" After hearing that, Rashid came here with Riemann under some pressure, because Riemann has a video of the moment when Rashid was on a bed with his girlfriend Rashmi. Riemann stepped into the cemetery first, and immediately Riemann's whole body became shivering. This cemetery may not be a very good place, may be damned. Rashid behind Riemann. Rashid has a torch in his hand, and the spade in Riemann's hand. Rashid shivered in front of the new grave. Where is a cold wind coming from? The wind is shaking the whole body, as if it will freeze immediately. Riemann has also been feeling a cold feeling for a long time. A cold breath on his neck. The cold air is chilling up the entire spine. Without thinking, Riemann's whole body shook. Rashid said as Riemann raised the spade high and went to strike the grave. "Riemann, I forbid again. Keep your ban." Riemann hits on the grave, and immediately there was a loud noise, as if a bone broke the bone. But how possible? This grave is new. Where will the bones come from? Riemann raised the spade and struck again, and removed the soil from the grave. Everything is fine inside. The word has stuck to the bamboo. Riemann went to the grave to pick up the body. But he cannot lift the body. It was very heavy. Rashid said, "What happened? The body is not rising." "You don't mean getting up. You get up. I'm watching." Riemann rose from the grave, and Rashid came down. As soon as Rashid put his hands on the corpse, Riemann heard someone calling him from an old grave across 3 or 4 graves. Riemann heard the voice clearly. This voice is from Janati. But how is that? Riemann went forward 1 step at a time. When Rashid tries to pick up the body, he grabs the body's hand and holds Rashid's hand. Rashid shouted and called Riemann. But Riemann doesn't listen. The body held Rashid's hand very tightly. The veins of Rashid's hand will burst out and immediately the shroud from the body. Looking at the corpse, Rashid's liver has dried up. The corpse is staring at Rashid with wide eyes. Rashid started calling Riemann, But Ramon did not listen to Rashed's call. Ramon stepped forward. Ramon hears the call of Janati from a very old grave. Ramon stood beside that grave, and immediately a hand from inside the grave grabbed his leg. The soil of the grave is broken. Ramon is stuck in the grave up to his knees. Ramon realizes that the grave is not very old. Inside the grave, the corpse has barely decomposed. Ramon's foot is stuck inside the rotting corpse. Ramon tried to get out of there, but someone is holding his leg very hard. After many attempts, he came out. Go to the previous grave and see that Rashed is nowhere. Graves are covered with dirt again, Ramon thought. Rashed may have escaped, but why did you put soil on the grave again? Ramon dug the ground again with a spade and saw that there was a skeleton with a body wrapped in a shroud inside the grave. Ramon hurriedly left the cemetery with the shrouded body. When he arrived, he repeatedly felt like someone was following him. But who could it be? A little later, Rashed's scream came from inside the cemetery. Ramon stopped when he heard that scream, turns around and looks back. No one is watching. A cloud of white smoke came from somewhere and surrounded the entire cemetery. Ramon stepped forward. Rashed was standing right behind him, whose head and different parts of the body did not have meat, but Ramon did not see him. Rashed's head inside the white skull, 2 red eyes lit up. Ramon came to an abandoned, broken house with the body. There is no one in the far distance. There is only this house. Dense forest behind the house. White smoke curls over the house. Ramon's whole body trembled at the sight. Ramon entered. As the door opened, a bat flew over his head. Ramon's throat is dry and wood in fear. It's very dark inside. Ramon stepped forward. Dead body on shoulder. Ramon said with a trembling voice. Is anyone there? Came a voice from within. Come in. Ramon went further inside. Immediately something came over him. Something very liquid. Chat has a thing in that liquid. When the light came on, Ramon saw that he was covered in blood. A tantric is sitting in front. This is the Kaviraj tantric. That black magic can fix Janati. Ramon lowered the body. Ramon's liver dries up as soon as the body's shroud is opened. It is the body of Janati. That black magic can fix Janati. Ramon lowered the body. Ramon's liver dries up as soon as the body's shroud is opened. It is the body of Janati, Ramon shouted. How did Janati's body come here? Janat's eyes are open. A lot of scratches on the neck. It is as if someone has bitten the forehead very hard. The body is completely white. There is not a single drop of blood in the body. Kaviraj said, Which cemetery have you been to? I'm in the old cemetery outside of town. What? You know that graveyard is cursed. No one can save you now. They will kill you as well as your wife. I mean, who's going to kill? Batwoman, queen of the ghouls. Why? Why did you kill me? And why did you kill Janati? He was killed and buried in that cemetery. He drank people's blood and killed them. Ramon's whole body froze. Ramon said, Is there no way? No. No way. So what do I do now? Turn. Ramon left Janati's body there and quickly left the house. As soon as he came out, there was a very loud thunder. As soon as the lightning struck, the house caught fire. Ramon started running. A terrible scream of that Kaviraj came from behind, but Ramon did not stand. He started running. After going some distance, Ramon stopped. He felt that someone was following him. There must be someone here. Ramon looked everywhere, but there is no one anywhere. Ramon fell down with his hands on his knees and began to cry. As he crouched down, a menacing figure appeared behind him. This look of the poet. He looks very scary. Eyeballs are too small, scary to see. One side of the face is completely rotten, but Ramon did not see that terrible face. As soon as he straightened up, that look disappeared. Ramon started running again, but Ramon did not see that terrible face. As soon as he straightened up, that look disappeared. Ramon started running again. It will be around 3 a.m. Hearing the sound of someone's footsteps in the dark, Ramon stood under the big banyan tree nearby. Nothing can be seen as it is dark all around, but the words are getting clear. Someone is coming here. Seems to be coming very loud or running. Ramon's whole body has become a sweat. He was running for quite some time, but it is not possible for him. A large bat shadow appears over Ramon's head. Ramon stands still. Suddenly there was a loud thunder. The shadow of the bat passed over Rimon's head. Rimon started running again. As he ran, he saw that someone was lying on the side of the road. It seems that there is no knowledge. Rimon ran towards it. A girl is wearing it. Rimon was startled as he straightened the girl. One. It is Janati. Two shadows appeared on both sides of Rimon. Their appearance is very scary. One is Rashed. Another one is Kaviraj, shadow of bat on head. But Rimon could not guess anything yet. After a while, Janati suddenly took a deep breath. Rimon was scared and took a few steps back when he felt that someone was watching him from above. Rimon's forehead began to sweat. When Rimon goes to look up, at that time Janati held Rimon's hand. Rimon looked at Janati. He saw the big eyes, charming red glow on the cheeks. Rimon is looking at Janati. She opened her mouth. Her two big teeth started growing bigger and started bringing her face to Rimon's neck. Rimon also came slowly towards Janati. She sinks her teeth into Rimon's neck. After a while, Rimon's body was cremated. She gave a sinister smile. That smile makes the whole body tingle, stunned around. No one, anywhere. If you do as the tantric says, you will get good money. But what's the job? A girl's body must be recovered. What? The corpse! It won't be by me, brother. You go. Hey, listen. There's good stuff to be had. Then go to the bar, the nightclub. It'll be fun. Okay, but where can I find the body? I've got all the news. A girl's body was buried today in the old cemetery outside the city. Then let's go quickly. Come on. Now it's midnight. No one can be seen in the distance. Everyone enters the house and closes the door at the beginning of winter. The road is empty. Two men stand in front of an old cemetery outside the city. One has a spade and the other has a light. The whole graveyard is covered in white fog. Nothing can be seen ahead. One said, "I'll dig the grave. You hold the light." Okay? Both went inside. There was a muffled sound as someone hit the grave with a spade. But the whole grave is over. Someone went down to the grave and started to lift the body. But he could not lift. He got up. Then another one came down. The other man heard someone calling. Yes, he heard someone calling from an old grave. The body in the grave held his hand. She is shouting, but the other person is not listening. How to listen? She is now called the vampire woman. These two people are her victims. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share the video. It's free. Also, don't forget to hit the bell icon to get updated mysterious paranormal videos.